Okay, City of Bones, the movie. It was good. If the books never existed, it was good. But considering there are books, and I am an avid reader of the books, I picked up the first book in 2005 when they first came out. So I've been reading these books for almost 10 years now. So when I heard they were making a movie finally, I was all excited. I was just like, cool. I bought the tickets a month in advance. I went and saw the movie opening day at midnight. I was excited. I really thought this movie was going to be good. But after I actually watched the trailers and I saw the cast, I was kind of disappointed by the casting just overall. It was, I mean, a few of the characters they casted very well. I think Famke Jensen would have done a way better version of Jocelyn. I don't think the chick from the 300 movie was did a very good job. And I never pictured the Shadowhunters to be British. And considering Clary grew up with her mother, she should have had a British accent too. And Luke should have had a British accent because they're both from Idris. So what the shit? I mean, there's that. Jace was casted all wrong. Alex Pettyfer, straight up for Jace. Anybody who agrees with that, just like this video. And then I honestly think she's a little old, but I think she could have played the part as a younger person. I think Olivia Wilde would have made a way better Izzy. She's tall enough. She has a personality, and she's overall hot, so she could do the part in the way it should be done. The scene in the club was kind of jacked up because they they didn't do it the way they did in the book, understandably because movies aren't supposed to be exactly off the book. It's a it's an adaptation. So yes, there's going to be some changes, but you can't change the whole storyline of the books when you do a movie. Now let's get to the whole Malik relationship. Malik, if nobody reads fan fiction, Malik, the whole Magnus Bane and Alec Lightwood love story thing. They barely touched on the fact that Alec was gay, which isn't a big deal because gayness scares people nowadays. I'm not gay, but I have gay friends, so I feel that they could have elaborated on that a little bit. I think that they could have elaborated on Jace's story, Jace's personality. The guy they casted for Jace just wasn't as good as he could have been. The guy that they casted for Magnus could have been a little bit better. The guy they casted for Luke did a pretty good job. The guy they casted for the tutor, Starkweather, I can't remember his first name for the life. The guy they casted for Hodge, he did a pretty good job. I mean, I see him more as Moriarty than I see him as Hodge, but I can live with the guy they casted for him. He's the guy who stabbed everybody in the back and all that. I can see that. He did a pretty good job, but he could have done a little bit better. The guy they casted for Valentine, I didn't like him. They could have casted somebody so much better for his part because he just wasn't a good bad guy. I mean, I pictured him about 6'4", big dude. I don't think The Rock could do it. The Rock should have been any of the Forsaken in any of the movies. He could have just been the model for them. That would have been great. I don't know who they could have cast for Valentine, but they could have done way better. See here, and the whole premise of the movie was nowhere near the books. I mean, the books they were looking for the cup, which is true, which is what they were looking for in the movie. But the cup was the Mortal Cup. It was more of it wasn't going to save their race. It would have helped, yeah, but I mean, there's thousands upon thousands upon thousands of Shadowhunters. So it's more of we want this so nobody does what Valentine was planning to do with the cup. And so, and she didn't keep the cup at the end of the book. they never really touched on the whole fact there wasn't enough shock value in the fact that Clary and Jace were brother and sister. Yeah, spoiler alert. If you don't want to hear this, skip about a minute and a half ahead. Yeah, you find out in books in City of Glass that they're not brother and sister, but still, there was a lot of shock value in the book. Anybody who read the book was completely thrown off because of the chemistry those two had, and it made the next book or two really awkward for the two because they really had sexual feelings towards each other, but they thought they were brother and sister, so they were kind of they had to stay away from each other. But she was like the awkward cousin that he wanted to sleep with. It was weird, but the movie all around it was bad. I read the books. I'm a big fan of the books. I've had book 6 reserved since December or January of this year. So I mean I'm a big fan of the books. So when you make an adaptation to a movie that's got the fan base that the Mortal Instrument series does, you do the movie justice, or you're gonna have a lot of angry people on your hands. And a lot of the references in the movie, people non-readers wouldn't get unless they read the books. And you can't you can do that, but it's kind of sucks for the people that haven't read the books not to be able to get these references. Because I mean, seriously, the people that haven't read the books want to be able to go in and see this movie and have a feel like they know what they're talking about, so they can go home and talk to their friends about it. And for the people that don't like to read and who have friends who have read the books, they want to be able to go home and be like, "Dude, what do you think of this part in the book?" So it kind of pisses me off that they didn't stick closer to the book. The only movie series that's actually kept close to the book is the Harry Potter franchise. They did a really good job. The Harry Potter, or not the Harry Potter books, but the Lord of the Rings books also did a really good job. Aragon, we're not going to talk about Aragon. That may be a later video, but we're not going to talk about Aragon right now. Let's see here. The first Percy Jackson movie was pretty good. I was really ticked off that they cut out Luke's scar because it's not that big a deal, but it was a big premise in the book.
Big premise.
Hermes and him got in a fight, so he's cut up his face. So that's part of the reason why he hated the god. So that's a big plot line there that you guys just took out.
It's gone.
That's my brother Andakov over there in the corner because I'm not sure if he wants his real name out here on the internet yet. And if you've played Andakov on Halo, I am so sorry for you. But it's all around the movie was okay compared to the book. And if they make a City of Ashes movie, I really hope they get back to the whole premise of the actual book series. And I really hope they bring in the fight on the freighter, because the fight on the freighter was freaking awesome. And well, it's classified in later books as the Battle of New York. So, well, kind of I guess the fight in the first one was just a skirmish. So yeah, the Battle of New York. So I mean, and Clary freaking tore apart an entire boat with a freaking symbol. So you can't really mess with that. You gotta keep that in there. That shows that she is just pure badass because she's part angel. Yes, all the Shadow Hunters are part angel, but she is more angel and so is Jace. So watch the movie, read the books, and comment what you think. The subscribe button should be somewhere down here. If you don't know where the subscribe button is, I don't know where the fuck you're on YouTube. Have a great day, and whatever God you believe in, may he or she bless you.